team. Just to follow up on Nunes about the right back. Is he happy? Does he have that determination to become one of the best right backs?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Because it's to be always you have to learn some movements and some, but I think he can do it perfectly. He can do it.
And just you mentioned the Villa game at Villa Park last season. They were much better than you.
And was 2 seasons ago too.
Yeah, was that one of the moments last season where you realised that you needed to evolve and change this team and to get back?
At that moment we were in the mess. In that moment, it was not the Villa Park. That was the moment. We were already before many games, and it's one of the lowest points. But for sure, last season in this, because I said many times, the last 5 games in the Premier League, the last 10 games in the Premier League, in the last 15 or 20 games of the Premier League last season, we were the best team in terms of points. It was really good. Otherwise, we would have finished third. But it wasn't in terms of October, November, until January. We're not able to win one game. Not in Champions League, not in the Premier League, and that's not allowed us to go in that positions. And when we were there, I remember that I saw the game yesterday, and I thought, wow, no energy and I didn't have anything. So we didn't deserve it. It was 2-1. Villa scored at the end, but we didn't deserve it all. So always I want my team deserve what we want to achieve. Sometimes don't happen, right? Sometimes you play better, don't win. It's football. But I don't like when you lose in that way, it's well deserved. I like it. So put it in the face of the reality and what you have to do better. But I'm pretty sure we will do better on Sunday. So we are another team. We are the team like we were even the first year 9 years ago, 8 years ago, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So it's the team right now that who can win, who can lose, but still we are a team like we can do good things.
Hi, Pep. We've seen a bit of rotation recently, but Erling's played the most minutes of anyone in this squad. He played in the Club World Cup. Looks like he's going to play in the World Cup next summer. How do you go about getting some rest and rotation to someone who scores every week, or does he just have to play every game and hope he stays fit through a 12-month season?
Oh, I'm so sorry for my colleague Solbakken, national team from Norway, but I'm not thinking about that. So maybe at the end, when we win the Premier League for 10 points in front, 10 fixtures before, and after we'll take a rest. But now he feels fit, he feels fine. And of course there are games like he's already, solved. When I look tired, of course he's going to play. But we are in the position right now in Champions League is massively important. The games we have played so far and the next 2 games, like the next 2 games at home, they will give us the really chance to finish in the first 8. And the Premier League, I had the feeling now that Arsenal is going to drop much points. So that is a reality. I had the feeling Arsenal we had in Liverpool as well. Even now Liverpool lose the last games, not in the Champions League, but when in Frankfurt. But I saw the games United. They have incredible chances to win the game. So I think Liverpool remains the main favorites, to do it there. And the distance 3-4 points in that stage is nothing. Always had the feeling that both teams and maybe another ones, they will lose a few points. So that's why we have to be there.
Hi Pep, can I ask you about Savio? Because obviously had a difficult few weeks at the start of the season where it looked like he may leave the club and you left him out of the team. He seems to have kind of got his head straight again and be starting to produce assists and looks like the player that maybe you thought he could become.
Savio is a top player, can play on both sides. He feels comfortable playing on both sides. And I said last season, being the first season in the Premier League, it's not easy to play a lot of minutes. Just the moment they make this step to be a decisive player in terms of goals, assists, but especially goals, will be a top-class player. Top class. He needs to make that step. For example, against Everton, having the first minute 2 chances, 1 against 1, the keeper. The moment they make a step and make goals, and he has to do it because he has the quality to do it. We've seen the training sessions. He will become. So we are really pleased. He's so young. We cannot forget that. So young player in early ages. So yeah, I'm really pleased for him. In the last 2 games, make a aggressive and courage to go 1 against 1 to second, make us assist for second goal against Erling, second goal against Bernardo against against Villarreal. So yeah, it's the assist to Rico to make the cross. So yeah, he's involved in many things just to make the encourage him to score. The moment he make goals, he had the chance to do it. Villarreal has another one too in the second half. So it will become a really good player. And Brazil Ancelotti will have an incredible player for him.
Was it difficult to settle him back down again after what happened in the summer?
No.
Because obviously he signed a new contract now, so he's clearly happy.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the club showed him how much we want him, how much we count on him, and I think it was good. And the proof that we signed the contract, because otherwise we would not trust. The club don't trust with him. We will not do it. And of course, sometimes with the agents in the preseason, the transfer window market, you can do this, you can give more money here, get money there, the other clubs and the managers always got a little bit. That's why I had the feeling when the transfer window is closed, wow, now start the season and everyone is focused, and he's.
You as manager must have played a role in that, because obviously if you tell the player that you want to keep him.
Yeah, absolutely. But at the end, if he insists, I want to leave, and the offer is good for the club, and after the club is I have my opinion, but always, since I arrived here in Barcelona and Bayern Munich, the last word belongs to the club. But maybe tomorrow I'm not here, and the player will stay here, and will stay with another manager, and the club has to be sure that that player really wants me. Of course, I give my opinion. They ask me, and I give with Chiqui, with Hugo, with Ferran, with Khaldun. Always give my opinion about that player, and the other one, what I think should happen. But the last word, the decisions, always with Chiqui, with Hugo, belongs to them. Has to be like that.
Pep, you were saying earlier that you rewatched the Villa game yesterday. I just wondered, when you're rewatching games like that from almost 12 months ago, what sort of things are you looking out for?
What I look for?
Yeah, if you're rewatching.
I see how they defend, how we have to attack, how they attack, how we have to defend, and especially how is our energy, how is the duels, how is our body language, how we help each other, how we complain each other, how we didn't have any moments in behind, how many of this kind of stuff. So that is what happened. Yeah.
And during that period, you were talking about the sort of lack of energy and things like that before. What do you say to the players at that point? Because the run had been so long.
One of the problems last season is that when you have that position, the competition between each other, so the players, they are not energy. Okay, you have energy, we'll be back, play another 3 or 4 or 5 players new. They have energy because they want to play. The season could not happen. They have energy. Some of them, after winning 4 Premier Leagues in a row, was, okay, what's next? Didn't have it. And when that happened there, the players that were tired and energy, not because they didn't want it, but they wanted, but didn't have. Sometimes you are drained, you are empty. It happened. And how many games we played really good in the beginning, have a chance, 65 minutes. And the players were tired, and after that, sad and disappointed for the result again and again and again. But 3 days later, I had to use the same players because we didn't have another option, because all of them was in the table massage or in the hospitals. So that's why, and when the moment come back and Koba come back and everybody was sad and say, guys, we have to make a step back. We talk a lot. And in the winter time, the club make the signs for the next 4, 5, 6, 7 years, because all of them, they are still in business because they are young. And after that, the team, they come back, not to compete. Well, we're right, the FA Cup final, and we play really good against Crystal Palace, I'd say. And we finished third. So always I said the same. When you play in that season, when me personally or my staff and the players give up, we finished 10th. Huh? In this league, we finished 10th. And we finished third. Much away from Arsenal. That was really, really good. So that's why I said, if we are continue, don't give up, and everything, whatever happened, stay there. At the end, we'll be proud and everything can happen.
So do you think the way that you sort of fought through that run and came out the other side and then finished third, do you think that's almost set yourself up for the way you're playing at the moment as a good sort of foundation?
But absolutely, we realize that the players are the first. They came to me a month ago, said to me, Pep, we don't want to leave the season that we lived last season. They are the first. So I never expect one player, even last season, that play in front of 70,000 people and they want to perform properly and well. They have pride. I know that, guys, and they want to do it. But we were empty, drained for the success that had the past, for the injuries, for many, many things. And when you realize, okay, it's not a problem. Life always cannot be perfect. Always you cannot be win all the time. As much as you realize that what do you have to do to get better? We will be a good team. We will be a good team. And we can be, as I said before, we are not consistent for 95 minutes yet. But even in the bad moments, we are quite stable. And yeah, we create some moments good.